Welcome everybody to another episode of Gorilla Gospel, and we're going to get into a segment here called The Big Payback. Yes, let's call it that. And when it comes to this segment, we're going to deal with some things that we don't understand truly until you read, you know what I'm saying, what's going on. Because when it comes to paying back somebody, I mean, if you pay wrong for wrong, it really don't get nowhere. If you pay good for wrong, it don't get nowhere. But if you pay, you know, good for good, most likely the world can really operate better. I mean, who knows? So here we are. We in a world right now where people, they want to, keep on dragging all that stuff from way back when. They want to drag it. It's not about dragging it to the present and making somebody pay for it. It's about empowering people to know where they come from so that they don't fall into those same traps. That's what it's basically about. Because, yeah, if my mother died owing the bank, I have to pay that back. Are they going to come and take the house? So, if somebody killed my brother, and I can't catch him, will I go after the members? Who knows, right? But it's not supposed to be done for. In the Bible it says, the next of kin shouldn't have to suffer for what the individual done. You know what I'm saying? Not in those words. And when I do speak about the message, I don't have to be accurate. I didn't go to school for it. I just have to let you know what it says. So yeah, we tend to be a little extreme when it comes to a lot of these groups out here. Of course they're groups. You got more than one person. It's a group. So it's like, but I mean, what group of people comes in peace and get their brains beat out their head in front of their children and everything, and then once they come in with anger and everything, they consider nasty and all this other stuff, But we look at the splinter and not look at the log, And it's like, yeah, you took this very book and used it against a lot of people who didn't know nothing about it, knowing that if they do the things that God said not to do, you could take them into captivity and you can literally torture them and be considered righteous about it because they sinned against God, which that's another part in the Bible that says, for long you have oppressed my people. This is God speaking upon the heathens, saying that we sin not because they have sinned against God. So we got the right to do this. Again, that's not accurate. But you do know that you're supposed to help a person follow God, not help them fall. Because it says in the Bible, woe to the man that causes his brother to fall. Now you know better, but yet you don't teach. And there's a lot of brothers that are lacking the teachings of God all the way. See, don't take one script and just run out there all buck wild. Instead, let it marinate, and then ask God for guidance to initiate this teaching. Because to be ignorant, well, I ain't gonna say ignorant, to be arrogant and foolish of the word, that tarnish God's people, that tarnish new followers. A lot of these people that had nothing to do with them people that was beaten and robbed and all this other stuff and tricked and all that, most of the people that's in the day does not have anything to do with that. Most of them are basically trying to just get by like us and trying to learn how to be civilized people. It's when the uncivilized, the pain, the hurt, or whatever comes in, and it takes away the innocence, and it turns them into what we're up against. That don't help. See, don't take it out on somebody that didn't do nothing. You don't know nothing about this person. So don't get out there yelling and screaming about somebody just because of their skin color or anything. You're doing the very same thing that some people are doing. We're not supposed to do that. But like I said, the pain, the hurt, and all this other stuff, man, it wears down on you. You know? You know how you pay people back? By, not giving into the foolishness that's causing you to lash out like that. There's a lot of ways you can pay people back. I mean, if we want our freedom back from, again, the chains of the chemical epidemic, we got to stop tearing each other down when it comes to rebuilding our communities and everything. Because, see, from what I see, when it comes to the locals, the natives or whatever, most of the businesses that gives taxes to the revenue, gives revenue to the taxes for the infrastructure, aren't being supported. Then when you have these aliens, if you want to call them that, because, let's just say people that's not from the land. Because, the word alien is just it's just a very shocking word, But they come, they open up shop, and guess what? They get to call the shots of where they want their money to go at and support what, or they won't bring no business here. And guess who support those businesses? And guess who don't get no support from those businesses? See, it doesn't matter what color you are. What matters is that person doing the right thing towards the community? Now, This person might have a problem with this group of people. It might be a small problem. Don't make it a bigger one. When you do become able to, socialize and everything else, your matter of cause, try not to be so bigotry about it. Because, yeah, you're free. Now, yeah, you can speak and, yeah, you're getting knowledge. But don't, you know what I'm saying? Don't go to barking at people that had nothing to do with it, or just walking down the street minding their business. It ain't helping. The world has to change the world. This is the demonstration Jesus left. This is the demonstration God has been trying to show us from the beginning. If we don't come together as a world, we're going to fall apart as a world. You have all these disasters happening. Nobody still wants to open their eyes and realize that these images, I don't give a care what kind of trade you in to survive, got nothing to do with the images, who you worship, what are you sowing, who are you following, who are you, the images, bro, that's what's really destroying us. And a lot of them are so simple. See, you're not going to get free screaming. You're going to get free by teaching and showing love to the newcomers, the innocent, the people who has no clue what's going on. The people that has no clue what's going on get turned away by both sides. Those that pervert the Bible and those that, overreact. I'm going to put it like that. But we have to take a deep breath. We have to relax. Because see, these are very, very gain times. And what we're trying to gain here are souls for God. We're not here to talk about what somebody did us no more. We're not, because we living in a times where we're doing it to ourselves by not getting the right educations to become the doctors in our communities that will give us the right diagnosis and the right drugs or whatever we need to get by. We don't do enough education where we do the right agriculture to produce the land and everything like that. We don't do enough education to become the contractors and the constructions and all that type of stuff in our communities and all this other stuff. The sandwich makers and the people who does the legislators and stuff like that, who gives the okay to pass food across the ball, that, because you got these little packs that turns these waters different colors. That's a chemical, man. And too much of it can do something to the organs. And if the organs are getting passed through, if your organs is getting messed up, when you have a child, guess what? It's going to go into that kid's organs. We have to be very, very careful about paying back somebody. You want to pay back something? Pay God back. Pay God back by turning away from these false idols and celebrating these whack holidays that keeps us cursed and all the other things. Pay your community back and stay in school. May the angels say amen, and let New Orleans say word.